the last couple of years, I've changed a lot of my habits when it comes to gaming or even just, I guess, consuming any type of entertainment, any type of content. And I've learned to do it. I guess I've learned a few things about myself and things I can do to help myself enjoy content more, whether it's playing video games, consuming anything from long form YouTube content to TV shows to movies, anything like that. Anything I can do to enjoy that all more in the limited time I have to do it. It's been an interesting learning process in a day where we have so much information, so much entertainment, so many things at our fingertips with our phones, computers, etc. So I just wanted to talk about that a little bit today. Talk about intention in the way we play games and the way we consume content. And then I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. What have you done over the last couple of years, months, whatever it is, to learn to enjoy content again? Enjoy the way you focus, enjoy the way you play games, enjoy the way you consume any type of entertainment, and maybe find a love in things that you always loved but maybe forgot how to enjoy, with so many things happening in our lives all at once. I know for me, especially being now in my 30s and just being busy with day-to-day life, work, all those types of things, it's been a learning process, but let's get right into it. And for me, it's two big things. And I want to focus on games specifically. I've also been reading more the last year, but I want to focus on games in this video. Specifically when it comes to games, there's two big things I've done. The biggest one, and I think I've talked about this in past videos before, but handhelds. And I keep looking back. I got my Switch 2 here. I've been playing Adventures of Elia on it, and I've really been enjoying it. But handhelds in general, whether it be for me, the Steam Deck or the Switch 2, I know for a lot of people there's a ton of those little emulation handhelds and whatnot. I actually have the Retroid Pocket 2 that I've played a lot of old Pokemon ROM hacks on in the past, but that's not the focus for me. For me, I've done so much competitive gaming over my lifetime, whether it be anything from Halo 3, Modern Warfare, all the way up through way too many hours in Rocket League, and I'm finally past that point in my life. I don't have the time to sit down and grind, and I have all these long single player games that I'm looking back on over the last 10 to 15 years that I'd love to dive into. And handhelds are the perfect way to do it. You can take them with you. You can lay on the couch. You can just be comfortable wherever you are and get in a little bite of a game without having to sit down at your computer, sit down at your console and like commit. It's a little more flexible and a little more comfortable. It's the same as like reading a book in bed. You can take a handheld to bed and you can just play the game there for a half an hour while you get sleepy or something too. So handhelds have been the perfect way for me to get back into games, being able to play bite-sized amounts, being able to focus. And I think that's another big aspect of it, is when you have the handheld, the focus is a lot easier because you don't have all these other little distractions around you. When you're sitting at your desk, if you're trying to play on PC, you probably have your phone next to you. You have a second screen where you can get notifications. You have all these distractions. Where when you're playing on a Switch, especially a Switch, I mean, Steam Deck, you can still get little notifications on, but you can turn them off. But when you're playing that handheld game, you're not being distracted by all the things around you. I mean, you can still pay attention to things that are around you. You know, if you have to be tentative, whether you have pets or children or like tasks that need your attention. But that's the flexibility of the handheld. You can be flexible, you can play it, and you can still get those other things done. The other way, though, I've actually been enjoying the games more is, now picture this. When you're younger, you would get so excited to go to school after you've experienced a new movie, you've watched a new show, you've played a new game. purely not because you love school, but because you want to talk to your friends on the bus. You want to talk to them at the lunchroom table or in class or wherever you can about this new experience you've had. You like talking about the experiences you're having. You like sharing your experiences, but when you get older, you might not have those same people at work. You don't have a bus ride. You probably have your daily commute. I mean, maybe in the city you do, but you're not going on the bus excited to talk to all these people generally. And you miss that sharing your entertainment. And that has also taken away some of the fun. Like half the time when you play a new game or watch a new show, you get excited to share things. And I think people have found that in social media. But one of the issues with especially the short form content version of doing that is the second you open one of those apps, maybe you open them because you want to hear someone talk about your favorite game, or you want to maybe post yourself about it. The second you start to go down that rabbit hole, though, especially in the short form side, you get distracted and you've watched 500 other things and you haven't actually played the thing you went on to talk about because you've been distracted for an hour just swiping. And it's weird because the way I'm going to say this overlaps a little bit, but it's not on the consuming side. It's only on the if you want to share yourself side. And I started recording videos playing Dragon Quest Builders 2 for a separate YouTube channel. I've actually had the channel for a while. It's MNCGaming, for short for Mike's Nerd Cave, obviously. And I just didn't want to really advertise it much, but I'm 30 episodes in on Dragon Quest Builders 2, and I've found that I have absolutely loved that game. Not because people are coming and watching me play it. There really aren't that many people coming and watching the videos, and I don't even mind. That's not what I'm doing it for. What I've found my enjoyment is coming from just talking about the game as I play it. I sit there, I'm more engaged with the game because I'm presenting. Because my one screen is the game and the other screen is just OBS recording of the game. I don't have all these other notifications popping up. I'm not looking at my phone because I don't want to get distracted while I'm playing. I'm turning off my surroundings and I'm engaging with the game and talking about it as if, well, sometimes I'm doing voices for the game, but sometimes I'm just talking about the game as if I'm talking to friends.
You know what I'm talking about, don't you, Michael? It's a room where you go with the lads, where you're aching all over and rub each other down until you're nice and relaxed. Yeah, in the boys. The boys do that all the time.
That helps me be so much more engaged with the game and enjoy it more. I actually have a list of games I'm going to start doing that with as well. A bunch of games that I think that would be a fun way to experience, because they're the type of game that I can tell as I play them, I would want to be able to share that experience with somebody. So it's a different version of the outlet. There's games that I want to be kind of curled up in a corner with like a cozy book, and those are going to be my handheld games. And then there's other games that I want to sit back and talk about. I want to engage with others on, or even just, pretend I am. And that's what the recording is doing for me, is just giving me that outlet to enjoy presenting and talking about and feel like I'm sharing that game when you don't necessarily have the same kind of groups you had when you were younger, where you could always just, go into school the next day and talk about the thing you're playing and the show you're watching and what you're doing. Try it. If you haven't ever tried just sitting at your computer and talking about the game you're playing, maybe give the characters some voices. It's surprising, especially if you do force yourself to record it, even if you're not posting it anywhere. Just do it. Just put yourself in that situation. You'll find you're a lot more locked into the game. At least if you're someone who has trouble sometimes, turning off the notifications around you. Try doing that. Put your phone across the room. You're gonna really enjoy the game, and you can probably do the same thing with the PlayStation. I know it has the recording features, it has the microphone in the controller, you can get the camera for it. You can do the same thing with the Xbox. There's a lot of ways you can do this, where even if you're sitting in a room where you're just going to have the controller in your hand or just going to have the keyboard and mouse in front of you, and it's a lot easier to get distracted because between you and the screen, your phone is sitting there on the table, or your computer is sitting there, and you have other ways to see notifications in your peripheral. try recording yourself, present yourself, and it allows you to kind of shut all those off. It's an interesting little way that I've found recently that helps me focus on the games I'm playing. I guess that's it. I just wanted to kind of record a short video talking about the way having a different approach to enjoying content and media and games and sharing it has allowed me to find a new way to enjoy it. And hopefully that helps anyone out there who's trying to enjoy it as well. Let me know in the comments what you do to enjoy your games. And also, if you don't mind, check out my other channel, MNCGaming. It's pretty laid back. This first series, I haven't even done a face cam. I'm gonna start doing it on the next game I play. But that said, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.